Good morning and welcome to the replay. I will be with you in just a moment. Hi Shelly and Leslie, I'll be right with you. Good morning everybody. This is Susan Tapley. I am an independent designer with Chalkology Couture, and today we are going to do a new project on a surface I have not used in a while, but it is one that I really like. Had a little trouble getting connected with my cameras this morning, so I'm a minute or 3 late. Sorry about that. I tried to be on time, but you know, the best laid plans sometimes just don't work out. So if you were with me yesterday, hi Shelly, or followed my posts on my personal page yesterday, you probably know that I was kind of nervous because I had to take my little dog to the vet, Molly, and we found out that she has a pretty large stone in her bladder. I'm glad that I took her. I felt kind of bad because I've been noticing her acting a little bit funky the last, I don't know, the last week or so, but apparently this thing's been growing for quite a while. Hi Cindy. And I had no idea. I really had no idea, but her behavior was a little bit different than normal, and we lost one of our dogs, our older dog Toby, in April, and she's been a little down in the dumps since then. So even though we've all been home and lavishing with more pets and snuggles, she just hasn't been herself. But hi Christine, the behavior that I was seeing in the backyard, we'll just say that, led me to believe that there was something wrong, and we did find a really large stone in her bladder. I was shocked. The vet took me in to show me her ultrasound results, and there was this white spot in her bladder about the size of the end of your finger. Honest to God, I couldn't believe it. So today I'm waiting for test results. They did some lab work, and we're going to determine if it's one kind of a stone or another kind. I'm afraid I don't know the names of them, but one of them we can dissolve using diet and medication, and the other one will be surgery. So praying for the best. Hopefully a change in diet and some meds will dissolve it. But if not, we're going to take care of our girl and hope for the best. So that was pretty scary. Anyhow, let me switch my camera over so we can show you what I'm working with today. Let me get my screen all set. Picture in picture. There we go. And okay, so what I'm using is a surface I've had for a little while, and I really love this surface because it looks like shiplap, and you know me and my shiplap, I love it. So I think in Easter time I actually decorated on the back side of this, and I covered it with some paper and did some kind of decoupage and put a bunny in the middle, if you remember that. But today we're going to do a beach scene on here. And what I'm going to show you how to do is how to kind of paint with your chalk paste. So let me see if I've got everything ready. How are you doing, Christine? How are you, my girl? So today I'm going to be using guava. I'm going to be using morning sky. I'm going to be using iced coffee. I'm going to be using a little bit of buttermilk and my bright white. So my plan is I wanted this kind of to look like a sunrise. Let me show you the transfer I'm using before I get started. I'm going to be using Beach Vibes on here. This transfer is no longer available, sold out completely. However, look what I've got. I've got 2 of them. So if you want one of these, be sure to claim it in the comments, and I can make sure that I get those to you. So Beach Vibes, completely sold out. We're getting ready for our fall product launch, so if you want some of those, I also have another beachy one that I wanted to show you that I used a couple weeks ago in a demonstration with, I made a seashell and a sign a little arrow sign underneath with "Life is better at the beach." This will look great on this board as well as a chalkboard or really any surface. It's so cute. And one of the ideas that I had for this is you could also do "Life is better at the lake" or the cottage, or "Life is better at home." Take the beach out if you don't want to use the beach word. I love the beach. It's my place. It is my place. You're sore. Ooh, staples in your back. Ooh. Christina just gave me shivers. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Ah, poor thing. I'll bet you're so relieved that that is over. Christine had back surgery Friday, I think. And she's been waiting to do this for quite a while. And I think things got even more behind because of coronavirus. But she's home and hopefully doing well. Back to her spunky self. So I'm stirring on my chalk paste, but I'm actually going to thin this out quite a bit to use it as a paint. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to plop a little bit in the lid of my my jar for my chalk paste. I'm going to plop it in there like so. And what I'll do is I'll take my distilled water in my spray bottle. I use this all the time with you guys, and give it a little squirt. And what I'm doing is I'm thinning this so that it is more paint-like than chalk paste. So you want to thin it out, and if you're doing it in the jar and you don't use it all, you can go right back in the jar, because we're always adding a little bit here and there, right? So my plan is to do this kind of in a graduated color scheme with the guava here, and then what was the other color? The blue. I thought there were 4 colors I was going to use. I might do a row of yellow, and then I'm going to do a row of like tan, the tan color. So we're going to start with guava and work our way right down the transfer with an ordinary paintbrush. So this will be fun. It's not something that we get to do all the time. So I'm going to thin this just a little bit more. It's a little thicker. I wanted it to be more of a wash look than a painted surface. So let me water that a little bit more. See if I can get this a little smoother. And I'm going to kind of avoid the rustic areas. Can you see how there's paint missing in some spots? Yeah, I guess I really can't very well, but I'll go over it lightly and smooth this chalk paste all over the plate. Just a top strip, and then we'll go right down the rows with the additional colors. See if I can get this sort of smooth. I thought this might kind of look like a sunrise. We'll see. It's beachy colors, whatever, right? So I just learned that my happy place, Myrtle Beach, is experiencing quite a rise in their virus cases. My husband and I were supposed to go down to our glamper in July, but we are going to postpone our visit, sadly. It's really nice to go. Nice to go there, but I don't want to take any chances. All right, this looks pretty cool, you guys. I'm trying to smooth out any like stop spots where I stopped with the brush. What would you call those places? I don't know. So there we've got our coral. I do have a jar of water off to the side. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Okay, so I'm just going to rinse that brush off and cover up my coral, and we'll let that dry. If you are just joining me, be sure to say hello and hit that SHARE tab and sprinkle my video with your friends and family so that they can learn about Chalk Couture too. I much appreciate that. This looks really good enough to drink. Look at that color. I remember one time when I was painting something, I had a jar of water next to me and my cup of coffee or whatever it was, or glass of something, and I took a swig out of the wrong jar. Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right, so I got that rinsed pretty well, and I'm going to move along with the next color, which will be, did I do this wrong? No, I didn't. I'm going to do the yellow next. I'm thinking about like a sunrise in the morning at the beach. It would be like the sand, the water, and then it gradually brightens. So we're going to go with the yellow next. And if you don't have this color, I know this is a discontinued color, just use what you have. Make it work. Scoop some of that out. And add the water and give it a stir as we did before. Good morning, Anne. How nice of you to join me. Anne, are you still slamming busy at work? You must be. Anne is a beautician, and she's always really, really busy as it is, but our hair salons have just kind of recently opened up, and I can't even imagine how busy you've been. All right, so I've got this thin. I might want a little bit more. You kind of want it watery for this project. Some projects I wouldn't want it quite this watery, like if I was doing detail painting, but this one I do want pretty thin. And we'll do the next row. Oh yeah, that's good. It's kind of making me want to sing Tequila Sunrise for some reason, but I won't. I won't do that to you. I have been known to sing on camera. Yep, I have. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, this is nice and loose. A little bit more color to that. So have you guys been to the beach at all this summer? I heard the beaches in Florida and Texas are closed. This crazy thing. Just all wanted to end, right? Okay. Let's see. What do you think? That's pretty good. I feel like I need just a little bit more. Grab a little on there. A little thin in some areas. That's better. All right. So what I am painting with is chalk paste. It isn't paint at all. It goes on wet, dries hard in just a matter of minutes. It is water soluble, so that if you are using it on a non-porous surface, and I actually might consider this to be non-porous because it's got kind of a glossy finish, so you actually might be able to wash this off if you wanted to, but you might want to keep it. Where's the lid? Oh. Okay. Nope, you haven't been to the beach, Christine. I know you're kind of a beach girl like me. Let's get our light blue. So thanks again for sprinkling this video. We say sprinkle instead of S-H-A-R-E because that's a taboo word apparently on Facebook these days. A little bit of blue here, and we'll water that down. Just go in the pool. Cindy, I have one of your bundles waiting for you. It's all ready if you are. No hurry, but it's here. I think it was starfish? I think it was a starfish I made for you. Okay, losing my voice a little bit. 'Tis the season for allergies. 'Tis the season. So Molly, by the way, is resting comfortably. She's got some happy little pain medicine, so she's not hurting at all as far as I can see. And taking her antibiotics. I'm so glad that they make liquid forms of these things as well as tasty little pills that she can swallow, because I am not good at sticking pills down my animals' throats. I just don't do it very well. They usually spit them right back up. Another weird thing that's been happening with my puppy is that since we lost her brother in April, Mr. Toby, she all of a sudden is terrified of thunder, lightning, rain, and fireworks. And you know what? She never ever was before. So we think she's channeling her brother. Oops, let me turn that off. Forgot to put my do not disturb on, I guess. I hope that wasn't my vet calling. Okay, there's our blue strip. This is coming out really pretty. Yeah, Cindy, let me know. Newport Beach in August. With your cute little staples in your back. No. Yeah, Cindy, let me know. I have to run out, but if I am not here when you'd like to stop by, I will leave it right on my porch for you. And now we're going to do our sand colored layer. This is looking really beachy, isn't it? I love the boards. Love, love, love them. Okay. Thanks for the shares, you guys. I really appreciate that. I said it again, didn't I? All right. So, again, this is a transfer that is no longer available on my website. I have 2 of them available. So, when we start using it and you see how cute it is, if you want it, let me know. Because I can give them out to the first 2 people. Okay. You can also thin your ink if you want to do this on a t-shirt or something. I would thin it a little bit less than this because your fabric will absorb it if you're putting it on a t-shirt or a pillow or whatever. I'm getting a lot of chatter about my pillow lately. My daughter wants one, and now my sister wants one. Everybody wants them. Hi, Katie. Just talking about you. So she asked me to do hers in like leopard print and almost camo colors, I guess. You got the boys watching with you today? Makes a little chunk right there. So we're kind of pulling all these beachy colors right across here. And I am going to add a 3D effect to this because that's been my jam lately. I'm always downstairs on my scroll saw cooking up something. So yeah, if you would like one too, you gotta let me know. If you purchase the transfer, I'll make you one. Guess what it's going to be? So my husband's birthday is this weekend. He is like the hardest person to buy for. And I'm not going to tell you what it is in case he happens to watch this video, but I need to get out and go to the store today. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so far I'm really pleased with how this is looking. Oh, thanks, Katie. I'm hoping it's cute. I'm hoping it works. So I'm going to dry this chalk paste bake for a second, and then we're going to hit it with our transfers and make it look really cute. This will dry really, really quickly. My surface is a little slick, so I'm just a tad concerned that it'll pull up with my transfers. If that happens, we'll have a plan B, right? Hi, Mackie! Mackie tried to scare me with a rubber snake yesterday. He's on to the fact that I'm terrified of snakes. And he and his brothers hide them around my house and in my backyard, in my gardens, hang them from my tree branches. Thanks, Leslie. There's stinkers there. Okay, we are dry. If you're just watching and haven't seen me use this tool before, it is called a heat tool. This one is by Recollections. You can get them, any craft store has them, or you can probably get them online. It is a very high concentrated heat that you want to be really careful with, that you don't burn yourself, first of all. And you want to keep it moving if you're drying something wet, because it can actually boil and burn your surface, your wet stuff, paint, whatever it is. So Beach Vibes, where did I put my open one? There it is. Okay, so we're going to be using this transfer on here. It's called Beach Vibes, and it is a cut apart transfer, so I'm going to cut right on the lines that are scored in here. And I will be using all of the pieces today. So, let's see how it goes. Good morning, Garda. I answered. What did I answer? Oh, what are you using to dry? Okay, so you know what? If you don't have a heat tool, you can let it air dry, or if you want to go faster, and I guess I like things to be done quickly, you can use a hair dryer too. That'll dry it even faster. Alright, so I've got all my pieces cut out. And what I'll do first of all is flip them over and write what they are on the back side. So this one says beach, and I also put my initials on the front and back of all of my pieces. Vibes. This one I'm going to call sun. And we have an Adirondack chair, which is just going to be chair. And I also put my initials on the front. Look at, I smeared that one bad. I put my initials on the front so that I know that it's my transfer. So if I'm working with a group or I've loaned a transfer out, I know which ones are mine. And the reason I write on the back side is because these transfers are reusable. You can use them many, many times. And what you'll do after you're done using it, you will rinse it off under lukewarm water. We have something called a board eraser. This one has been well used, and it's kind of like a magic eraser, but there aren't any chemicals involved. Good morning, Garda. So it's safe to use on your transfers. So you can use this to clean not only your chalkboards, but your transfers. So you will wash your transfer, dry it sticky side up, and replace it on the carrier sheet. So the side that I write on is a matte finish. That is, if you attach the sticky side of the transfer to that, it will stick really tightly, and it can be really difficult to remove. So this side of the carrier sheet is very slick and smooth, and it is safe and perfect to put your transfer back on. So you can see they're very, very sticky. Very, very sticky. So my plan today is to put beach up here in the center. I'm going to put some vibes here and my sun in this area and a beach chair down here. Now this area is I'm just gonna leave that just like it is. So we got beach of vibes. I might need a brighter yellow for this, I'm thinking. So I'm gonna start right up at the top with the word beach. And because I know that this is a very sticky transfer, and because I'm working on a surface that I just chalked, I want to be sure to do something called fuzzing. And what that does is it picks up just a tiny little bit of lint from a towel or your t-shirt or your jeans, anything that will have a little bit of lint on it. The one that I'm using is Chalk Couture branded. I have them available in my online store. I'm going to put my website up there. You guys can check it out later. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting it on and off a few times to make sure that it won't stick too tightly to my surface. This is pretty sticky. Some of our transfers are really, really sticky. The one I used the other day when I did the pillows was not sticky at all. It's actually, after I finished the pillow, I remembered that we had a batch of transfers that had defective adhesive, kind of, and I used that. Didn't realize it. So my pillow looked a little bit more rustic than it normally would, but I really liked the way it looked. So I'm going to try to center this on this top palette, right about there. And I'm just going to rub this down gently. I'm being really careful not to try to pull up the chalk paste that's beneath it. So I'm just rubbing in lightly over the area that has the openings. So wherever you're seeing the peachy color come through, it's not just an opening like a stencil. It's got a screen that runs through the whole design, which gives you a lot more detail than you'd ever see with a stencil. So I'm going to grab my white chalk paste and stir that one up. I use this one so often, it really stays pretty nice for me. Good morning, Mary. Mary, where were you off to first thing this morning? Must have been going somewhere fun. You said you were going on a hunt, which made me think you were on a Dunn hunt. Mary is a Ray Dunn fan. So I'm going to scoop a little bit of that chalk paste off and smooth it over the design. When you are first learning how to use chalk paste, use more than you think you need, because all of the excess chalk goes back into the jar. And after you've done this for a while, you get a feeling for how much you need, and you don't need to use quite as much. But I'm going to scoop off all my excess. So you want to have a nice thin coat there. Don't press down too hard if you're using a surface that you've already chalked or painted like this one. That'll just make it stick even tighter. We want to make sure we can pull this up without pulling the chalk up with it. So while your paste is still wet, that is really important to know, you're going to peel it back. I'm going to go nice and gentle with this as much as I can. And there is your word. Ta-da! Pretty cute, huh? I'm going to get vibes going. If you guys are interested in this surface, I do have them available, so let me know if I can get you one. Put that, I think I'm going to put this a little bit to the side. It's too, I don't know, is it too matchy-matchy in the center? Could do that. Maybe I will. I was kind of thinking like this, but yeah, I think I like it off-centered a little bit. So let's work with that. And I'm going to fuzz this one just like I did before. Get my vibes going. If you're just joining us, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming from. If it's your first time visiting, be sure to put a 1 in the comments. So while I'm fuzzing this, I'm going to tell you something that's going to be happening soon on my VIP group. That is a private group that I keep for my best customers. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a Christmas in July sale that you won't want to miss. There'll be some products there that are not in my current catalog. There are some that are leaving my product line, and I have some things that are bundled that you will like. And I can't tell you all the details publicly. I'm so sorry. But if you would like to be in on my Christmas in July sale, please put VIP in the comments, and I will be sure to get you in there. If you are a designer, I'm so sorry, but I am not allowed to have designers in my group, so sorry. Otherwise, write VIP in the comments. So again, I'm rubbing this down just along the areas where I'm going to be chalking. And I'm going to go back in with that white again. So I know I have mentioned this before to you guys, but I have a team of designers that I work with that are fabulous. I know 1 or 2 of you are here. I wanted to tell you that we have a brand new startup kit for designers that has just been become available July 1st, and includes a couple of transfers and paste colors that are in our new fall and winter catalog. So it is a great time to hop in as a designer. Fall and winter seasons are the best for us. There we go. Beach vibes. So if you're interested in learning about that kit, let me know. Write kit in the comments and I can get you that information. All right, this is the part where I think I'm going to grab another color behind me. Let's see. So I can do this without knocking them all over, right? I think I'm going to try a brighter yellow there. Otherwise it'll look a lot like the background. Okay. I'll put this there. And then we're going to go in with that chair and make it really fun. That's where we're going to add the 3D part. So I'm fuzzing this as I did with the other pieces. Because I'm working on a part that has already had chalk paste layered on it, I just want to be sure that it doesn't stick too tightly to the surface and pull the chalk up that's already underneath. It's kind of a layering trick to fuzz it really, really well. Okay. So I think I'm going to offset this a little bit. I think I should, maybe I'll just go over the blue area a little bit. Right there. Right there. Circles are cool because you don't have to worry about them being straight, right? Alright, so I have this color. I haven't used this in a while. Hopefully the jar is still good. It is. Stir it up. Stir it up. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Alright, so you're going to see right here, this paste hasn't been used for quite a while, so it's thick. It's kind of gummy feeling. Scoot you guys in a little further. You want to have your chalk paste about the consistency of cake batter. So to get it back to life, you're just going to spray a little bit of distilled water in, or a couple drops, whatever you got. and stir it, stir it, and stir it, and it'll come back. I've only had a couple jars that were like hard as hockey pucks that I left open by mistake that I wasn't able to bring back to life. But usually if you work it and take your time with it, it comes back pretty easily. All right, I'm just going to do the center of this. I don't need to do the whole thing. Let me get rid of that for now. Okay, there we go. All right, a different squeegee because I'm using a different color. And I'm just going to scoop some of that out and smooth it over the sun. I'm going to be careful not to put too much in this area where there's a crease or there's like a gap there in between the boards, because it'll make a thick spot right there. So I'm going to go easy on that. Nice and light, and we should be good to go. It's always my favorite part is the peel and reveal. So cute. All right, so I'm just attaching my transfers to the side of my table. I'll go back and clean those a little bit later. So let's see if I can, where is that? Go here. Bear with me a sec. And then we're gonna do a really fun thing on this. Add a lot of interest. It's cute as it is, but let's go one step further and use something that I cut out to put the chair on. How cute is this? All right, so I cut out this chair on my scroll saw the other day, and I'm hoping that it'll fit perfectly. I've actually made it a little bit larger than the design so that the chalkboard shows through. This is kind of a chalkboard material. Pull it up for you. Hi, Joni. Good morning. So I'm going to fuzz this as I did before. I don't need to fuzz it quite as much because it's not on a painted surface, so it should be fine. Sometimes they're just so stinking sticky. One more time. All right. Now, the tricky part is getting it on the right spot on the chair. Can't mess it up too badly. I just try to center it as much as I can. So the best way to see if you got it in the right spot is just to hold it up to the light. Oh my gosh, that came out pretty good. Not bad. All right, so I'm just going to chalk this in white. And I forgot to heat up my glue gun, but I'm going to just get a glue gun and put it right there. So I have another idea for a couple things. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, really? Thank you. It's pretty cute, actually. I like this. I might have to go on my glamper down in Myrtle Beach. Hoping I can get there this fall with my sister actually is thinking about coming. That would be fun. Alright, so all done, all smoothed over. Try to get all the lines out if I can from the chalk. Your squeegee just leaves them sometimes. And pull that off. If I can. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. I like it. Licky, licky. I really love the way this is looking. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing. There we go. So I do need to get some hot glue and glue that in place. So here's a couple of ideas that you could do with this. Actually, I could do one of them. All right, I have a little jar of sand. Yes, I did buy. Oh, this says snow on it. That's okay. I'm going to work with it. I think what I'll do is take some more of that paste. You need a lounge chair. I know. I'll tell you, the best medicine for me is to sit me on the edge of the shore of the beach in the sand with my feet in the water, and I'm as happy as can be. Happy, happy. Who needs medicine? Thanks, Garda. So what you could do is take a little bit of paste or glue and put some sand beneath the chair. If you have seashells from your last beach visit, you could put some of those on the bottom. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Why didn't I? So, what do I do? If I had my glue ready, I could do that. But I could use paste, so let's try that. Let's paint a little bit more of this on here, on the sand area. Thanks, Garda. Love it when you guys like my projects. So again, this transfer unfortunately has sold out. But if you want one, I have 2 in my possession. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to thin this a little bit. I'm just going to stir it up with my, my paintbrush this time because it's handy and I'm using that color. So I'm going to sprinkle some sand on here. It's going to get messy, guys. It always does. Just doing a light coat of the sand on top of this. All right, and while it's still wet, I'm going to sprinkle some of this white sand. You want one, Leslie? You got it, honey. All right, hopefully this will stick. I don't want to put it too thick either. And a little texture, right? If I had some tiny little seashells, I would put those around my chair too. I'll have to look around. Darn, why didn't I think of that? All right, so let me cover this because I don't want to dump it over. I'll zoom in so you can see the sand a little bit better. Move it up a little bit. So you can see I've got a little bit of texture here. And then we'll get our chair all done and put it right there in the sand. Right about, yeah, maybe in the middle. Maybe in the middle. And I'm going to look for some little seashells too. See if I've got some. So this was a really fun project. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This weekend, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy Canada Day. I think I missed that. That was a couple days ago. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will be back on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with another brand new project for you. Again, the beach vibes. I have I have one available. One's already called for by Leslie. If you're interested in the surface, I also have those, so let me know. And I also have Life is Better at the Beach. This is another one that is also sold out. So if you're a beach girl like me, let me know. And I'll be sure to get you a candy shovel, a plain candy shovel. What's a candy shovel? I don't know what a candy shovel is. All right, so hopefully the sand will stick. I talk too much. I can eat coffee. I will be back Monday morning. If there's something special you would like to see, a technique, a transfer, you want to surface to Leslie, you got it. Let me know, and I can make that happen. I'm always trying to figure out, well, what do they want to see? The other day I did a cat yesterday, only to find out that all my viewers were dog people. But it's a super cute cat, so I'm going to do a dog for you guys too. That is what I have for you today. Again, if you are interested in joining me as a designer, please let me know. Here's the put me if you'd like to join my VIP group, and join if you'd like to get into my business opportunity group where I can share all kinds of information about becoming a designer. It's so much fun, and you get paid to craft. How fun is that? Yeah. I'm kind of on hiatus from my hands-on project workshops. I miss you guys so much. Hopefully it'll be soon, but until then we're going to be doing our virtual project workshops, and I cannot wait to see what kinds of fun things we have available this fall. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit that sprinkle tab, and I will see you Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.